The topic of the Endotic, it's a way for me to connect different practices I do. So I work as an artist, curator, amateur architect. The Endotic, it's a term I took from George Perec, and it's opposite to the exotic, but keeping the fascination of the traveler. So it's like a way like to discover what is around with critical fascination, and a way like to question the structures that they are given in the everyday life. It's related to the practice of basically like the domestic, like practices that are related to the notion of care, and practices that are related like to create a common sphere. So the Institute of Endotic Research, it's a fictional institution. With fictional doesn't mean that doesn't exist, but what I'm doing is like to design the parts of the institution, like to try to project in the future what things like they could happen. I want to work with few lines. One, exploring like the domestic environment and reproductive labors as an art practice and models for institutions. Another line I want to work, it's like to gather knowledge and experience together with other practitioners, researching with like the very simple format of the conversations. I also work with more architectonic approaches. So in that sense, what I tried to do is like to extend my current research of confusing roles in between different approaches, to put that in context with the people that they were in the workshop, in a way to generate kind of horizontal way of working, in which we could decide together what was the directions that we could take inside of the frame that it was given. I did design an overall structure to facilitate the different exercises. So the most clear objective it was like to do at the end of the workshop to build together a living room with the architecture, with the furniture, with the activities, and even a publication inside of it. The way like we were trying to get that was first creating a common area through a bibliography I proposed, but then like sharing like readings. So it was like group readings in which like everyone was choosing the text like they wanted to work with and then presenting to the group. So I was also trying to distribute the voice, so it was not only me introducing the things. Then like we were doing a series of visits to artists in the city. That in a way or another they could be related to the idea of the everyday life and Endotic. Then we were doing like presentations of our work to each other, plus a series of workshops, more like theoretical approaches I was introducing. Each person had to do in the same environment, they had to do an exhibition in 30 minutes, one after another, with very strict rules. And that was like exploring what it means like to do an exhibition, but in a very strong constraint. And the other output, public output, it was like a 3 days program. It was like the living room that this furniture that it's here, it was part of what we did. For me, it was like the first time I was doing a beta test with the educational program I envisioned with the Institute for Endotic Research. So in that sense, it was like very good to work with few ideas I had about how to create this common area and to arrive to a very pragmatic final result. And I think it feels right when you can arrive to a certain point, like everyone seems like to be more or less happy or pretty happy with the results and the process. Yeah.